So right now we're in the downstairs. We're in the spot where the master bedroom will be. This whole area will be the master bedroom. And I wanted to show you something about what I was talking about before about insulating the walls. So this house, as you can tell, this is the exterior wall right here. And what I did was I took a hammer and just pulled off some of the interior wall, and you can see that there's nothing behind this. So you have the interior wall and about a 3-inch gap. You can come in a little closer, you'll see. There's about a 3-inch gap here, and there's nothing in this space. So what we do is we'll shoot recycled denim, foam, or some other type of insulation into this wall so that it improves the energy efficiency of the home and turns it into a high performance home. Another thing to show you is that here's the outside wall, the outside door. And you see this gap right here between the outside door and the flooring. So all of the cold air from the outside is coming in, and any heat that you have on in here is going out. So we also tighten that up when we remodel the house. All of these exposed beams will be covered. So we'll take care of all of that. Out here we've got, this is actually the garage. So in the garage, one of the things that we'll do is we'll mount the furnace and the water heater. We'll check with the city to see if we can mount the furnace and water heater in the ceiling, which will save time, save energy. Because it's also very dark in here, one of the things that we're considering is adding solar tubes, which are very similar to skylights. And if we do it over here, if you come with me over here, you'll see that this room is probably going to be pretty dark if we don't do something. So we can add a solar tube here on an exterior wall, and the way the solar tubes work is they reflect light. So you can actually have the opening on the exterior wall and go down a reflecting duct, kind of like an HVAC duct, and it'll bring light into the whole room. Okay, so now we're in the back garage right now. The way it's set up right now is to be a solarium. We've got the exposed ceiling, exposed brick. It's very open back here. When we thought about what we wanted to do with this space, one of the suggestions that we came up with was to turn it into an area where you could have flower beds and put an organic garden here. So what we're going to do is put beds about waist level, about 3 feet deep, so about here. Run them along this wall and along about halfway on this wall. And we'll plant vegetables, herbs, and flowers in those beds. They'll be at waist level, so they're easy to reach. This is an incredibly easy project. I have this at my house. I built it on Christmas Eve, 2 Christmases ago, and it took me 4 hours to build. So they're incredibly easy to build. All you need is a couple 2x12, so recycled wood like this, or wood that you get at home store. You frame it out, throw soil in it, plant. Because it's exposed, because it might get a lot of rain in here, you can either run irrigation, or you could just open up the panels on the ceiling so the rain comes in. And then all year round you've got fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, and fresh herbs whenever you want. In our garden we've got spinach, kale, tomatoes, carrots, cucumbers, basil, zucchini, and oregano growing in ours. And ours is about the size, maybe about the size of this spot. So ours is a very small garden. This one will be about 3 times the size of ours. So if we can do it, just about anyone can do it.